I'm very happy to see you all here. It's really nice to meet you all like this, because in Kabila I never get a chance to talk to anyone. I'm sorry I've had so many bad reports, which I must tell. It's very important. I always used to praise Austrians very much, that they are so many and so good, very good Yogis. But the reports I have are horrible. Other people from other countries have told me that, Mother, you are praising them, but you better warn them, because they are not taking SahajaYoga so seriously as they should have. Moreover, some people who come to Kabila go on talking against some other group. And they told me there are groups formed among these SahajaYogis who are influenced by these groups and their grudges and their problems. They have become very mental. They want to solve the problem mentally. This was a very big shock. And they went to such a limit to say that, Mother, this time we shouldn't allow them to have any food. I said all of them are not like that. He said, but still, quite a lot of them indulge in such cheapish things that we are surprised. I must tell you, one lady came all the way to Taiwan to complain against Hamid. And she told her, who is a very sensible SahajaYogi, that she has some physical problems, so she wants to see me. So Haral said, all right, you can go and tell her. But all that she did was to tell me what was wrong with this one or that one and how Hamid was or what things like that. I was really surprised. I said, you come all the way to Taiwan to tell me this? Then Haral got angry with her. He said, you told me a lie. You told me that you have some physical problem. And here, what are you telling, Mother? This is the best way to destroy SahajaYoga and yourself. SahajaYogis never talk ill of each other behind their backs. I don't know, this maybe, I think this Edith started the group. Or maybe I don't know how this group business has started. She's the first who told me that there are many who are against the leaders. It's only here I find all this. Why should you? You are people of a great heritage. I could have understood this from Germans, but no, they are absolutely perfect SahajaYogis, those who are. I cannot understand how SahajaYoga gives you time to do all these things. If you are busy with SahajaYoga, you will have no time even to talk with anyone. But the pressure was so much on me that I thought I better talk to you people about it, tell you very frankly. You cannot be mental. If you become mental, you will be destroyed completely. As soon as you come on your agya, you lose your vibrations. You start judging things, you start analyzing things. In SahajaYoga, you are there just to experience the joy, to be happy, to be one with yourself and everybody else. It's such a bad tendency to talk ill about other Sahajogis or form a group. You cannot have a group. You are completely integrated with the whole world. How can you have separate groups in a small place like Austria? When you are one with everyone, even in America the news has gone that they are deteriorating. For one Edith or one woman like that, if you are going to ruin yourself, I have nothing to say. She is a very self-centered, stupid woman. She never asked me what she was doing. She went on her own for everything. And she has no business to do this. But she has created this thing in you. Most surprising thing is when you had a horrible leader like Marcus, who turned out to be a devil later on. You were quite alright, you were very normal. That means you need a Hitler or what? It's very surprising. All these topics started when Hamid and Guru got together. And that's how Hamid got sick, actually. You know how much he was identified with you? I think I was, where was I? You brought me from there.
Budapest.
Huh?
Budapest.
Budapest. I was in Budapest absolutely tired. At the end of my program. And he pleaded with me, Mother, please come at least for one day. I said, for what? Please come. They are all waiting for you, waiting. I was very tired. Right. He drove me down, I came here. And he brought at least 26 people to me. I was so tired, really. I was surprised why he was so much identified with these surgeons. Just to cure them, he brought all kinds of sick people. I told him I'm tired and very tired, I want to go back. But he was so much trying to please you people. I was amazed. And he's the one who's criticized. I just don't understand. Now, money-wise also, of course, I gave money to have the ashram and the money was lost. It just was lost because of the, whatever was the cause, maybe the pound fell down, whatever it is. Of course, they should have written it clear what had happened and all, but nobody did. It was not so kind because she had to explain to my husband, he didn't understand what had happened. Whatever it is, I don't mind that. It's all right. We always go on losing money like this, doesn't matter. But for that, people criticized. If I have to say something, I can say that is between me and the religious. But because nobody listens to them, they don't know what to do. Now, for example, this Mr. Marcus, without asking me, he said, he collected a lot of money. And it's really, I cannot understand. And then Vito told me that he collected money from us. So I asked him, why did you collect the money without asking? He wanted to give us a for what? He bought a machine to recreate, machine to record or whatever it is, to reproduce, make copies, whatever it is. And we wanted to give a surprise. And the surprise he gave me, he said to me that, Mother, now I'm sorry I cannot give you royalty. I never asked for royalty. For at least 16 years I had no royalty. But it was all arranged and everybody said you must have royalty, and what is there, mother must have some royalty. My fall winter was making all the money, I was not bothered. So let it be. And then he started this thing saying that, I'm sorry, the maintenance of machine is such, and this is that, depreciation. We are sorry, we can't give you any royalty whatsoever. I gave one. But all other leaders jumped on it. They said, what do you mean? You collected the money from us saying that you will be giving royalty to mother, and now you are saying like this. Then the machine he got was another absolutely useless. All these trickeries, if you play with me, all it's a yoga, you will destroy yourself. What can happen to them like Rock of Gibraltar? And what can happen to Sadhu? But he did it that. And he told me plainly, but everybody got after him and they said, if you can't give royalty, better shift everything away. Now, all this happened, still I didn't say anything. I said, all right, let's see. Then this whole thing came out. His wife, a great French lady, she went to France, brought us into town. I was telling you not to have this, but everybody forced on him and he started this. In the beginning you have problems, but you should be happy to know that in the same France, because of their unity, because of their respect of their leaders, they have now got SahajaYoga as a religion, the first country in the whole of Europe. I still don't understand why you people in this country are against each other. Why? Why do you always see faults of others and not their qualities? You don't know how Guru is a very powerful self, very powerful. I have told you the story about it. How his tears were powerful. And you go against a person who is so good, you are committing a sin because you are saints. A saint never talks against a saint. I don't know if you don't understand SahajaYoga. You are over-intelligent, I think, and think knowing of yourselves. Because you are all professionals, educated, this and that. In SahajaYoga, it's not your education, your degrees, or your profession matters. No. On the contrary, it is deterrent sometimes because you get very mental, very troublesome. We are impressed by people who are mental also. In SahajaYoga, what counts is your clean heart. Clean. You have a crooked heart, it won't work. Now think of it, what you are doing. SahajaYoga is for the whole world, not for you alone. Even in America, I never talked ill about each other. There's one fellow who was funny, has gone out. But only one. They have no groups. It's like a cancer. I would like to know, what do you have against each other that you form groups? And understand integration of everything I'm talking about. Integration of your mind, your heart, your liver, everything. Somebody asked me, what is again mental nonsense? What is consciousness? What is awareness? What is this? What is that? I said all is one. These ideas come through your mental roots. They are all one in the sense that you have now become like a drop in the ocean. Everything has become one, and you have to just experience the joy of it. If you enjoy this kind of nonsensical talks that the cheap women do, or cheap men do it, you can't be Sahaja. You should know how to enjoy yourself and others. The other day I met the Prime Minister of Iran who ran away from Iran, though he was the first Prime Minister at the time of Khomeini, because of Khomeini. And he said that Islam also teaches about love, divine love. It does teach us, I said. Because Muslims are known to cut their sisters' legs and fathers' legs and everything. What's the use of talking about love when you are killing your own people? They form groups and things and hit each other. And very proudly I told you that we had SahajaYoga in 65 days. And I haven't seen anybody talking ill about anybody else. No jealousies, no hatred, no arguments, no questioning, no wars. He was amazed. I said, it's true. But this Austrian thing I can't. How it is crawling into you, this kind of a mental attitude? If you try all these things, you will be denied in the kingdom of heaven, taken from you. Your education, your degrees, you keep them here, and so-called knowledge. What upsets me, that SahajaYoga has been so kind to you, so kind, and what you are making a mess. Do you know what's happening in the world? Children are killed, there's no families, they're destroyed, so many things. In this country also you have so many drug addicts and all. You are all saved from this and brought to this beautiful land of Sahaja. Now everybody must think, Mother is saying to me, and am I doing such a thing? Not for others. Think for yourself. Please try to understand. SahajaYoga doesn't need you. You need Sahaja. I don't need SahajaYoga. You need SahajaYoga. Try to understand what are you. Again, big problem about royalty scheme. I don't know why. This tradition of handling money in a wrong way is still going on. We couldn't understand. If you had not said that you will give me royalty, I am not bothered. I don't care for this royalty. But you people decided to give the royalty, and now it's going on in such a way. So now I have decided to cancel completely everything from Austria for the time. in the sense that we have the camera kept in Kabir. And we will be master then. And I've asked Philip to get the copies done in German. For the old audio tapes, it's very surprising. Old audio tapes, they asked me that they have to buy another machine for 25,000, 15,000. Can you imagine? Have I got a thing that I shake it and take out the money for something like that? But I went to England and I said we want to look after these old audio tapes. They have gone wrong. Something gone wrong with them. You have to do that. They said this is very easy. Red came forward, he said, Mother, I will do a good job. And there is Pascal who has got the digital, he'll work it out. How much will it cost altogether? Only 2,000 at the most. Can you imagine? I was so shocked. 25 to 50,000 they were asking for this job which is going to cost me only 2,000. You can't do business in such. You know how careful I am. All the money you pay me, even for tours, I have made good out of that, whatever is said. I need not. Even if I take all your money, every property is alright, it's all mine already. But why am I so particular? Every file is counted and kept in the bank in a proper way, even the puja money. I am sorry that Javier became mental. Started talking big. You know, people first teased him and then he started talking big. He said, now you should forget about this, you should concentrate on the higher chakras, you are God, and I am Alisha, he said. What do you say? It's a stupidity of ego. I discovered, nobody told me they were frightened. I discovered that this stupid fellow is talking like that. Through his vibrations. Another one like this, now in Lunatic Asylum. So don't make it mental. You cannot understand through your human awareness, I have told you 100 times, through your limited mental capacities alone. Over your hearts. Surprisingly, these people, Germans who are supposed to be close-minded, are much better than straightforward. They don't do like this, asking for £50,000 from everyone. And money-wise also, I'm told you people are extremely miserly. Very surprised. With so many people, last time I had to stay in a house where I was not very comfortable, I should say, because there were others staying, same bathroom we were staying. Because you people would not even pay for my stay in the hotel. In every country they are collecting such a lot of money for programs, for everything. Everything. I mean, I don't want your money, all right. But what about the programs? What about other things you have? It's mental attitude that you don't trust anybody because you don't trust yourself. You have no faith in yourself, so how can you have faith in anybody? I'm very sad, very, very sad that the people whom I love the most in Europe are letting me down like this. You have to grow inside. Not your mental projections, but you have to grow inside. told me that, Mother, their vibrations are not so many. Indulging into cheap talks because you think you are well educated, you have got jobs and you have this. It's better to have people who are uneducated without any jobs. They will enter into the kingdom of God. Christ has said, rich cannot enter into the kingdom of God. But I would say now the intellectuals won't enter. In my experience, the intellectuals won't enter. Because they are going with their brains against reality. Try to understand. As soon as you come up to us, here, you either live the rest of your life. Unless and until you understand that you have to go beyond your mind. With our mind, if you could have understood or if you could have got our ascent, it would have been the easiest thing to do. But no, everybody has a brain of limited projections. So somebody goes this way, somebody goes that way, somebody goes that way. And that's how we have the problem of wars. We have the problem that everybody has a different attitude. Now see, they started having, say, Europe. I must congratulate people in Austria that have done Europe. But they are all fighting. There are so many points on which they are falling. With all difficulties now they got this. And still they are suspicious, they are not trusting each other. Because they are on a material. This is something, it is a curse, I think. Human mind cannot be superior to the divine mind. And you will stop and ask, I don't know what will happen. Because I have seen people enter into lunatic asylum, that's all. They talk big, they fight, they find faults. What is the fault of this lady who told you? Because Hamid was angry with transgression. So what's the harm? That means he's finished. What is the leader for? Is there just to do your arti? He's there to correct you. If he said something to someone, that means it's a very big crime, you cannot say. But I tell you, Javier, when I told him, he told his son-in-law, thank God for that sin. I was very mad. That humility you must have, at least once. It's like a political movement going on. This group, this group, this group. They have had enough of politics. In SahajaYoga, there is no question of having any group together. On what levels you are forming groups? Can't understand. Have you seen in the sea there is a group of water here and a group of water there and a group of water there? You have jumped into the ocean now. Try to understand. I am really very, very unhappy to hear. Nobody wants to be a leader. This is one thing. So the next you can do is to play football match. I can't understand. What else you can do? You cannot hate anyone. How can you? I don't know. With the saint's heart, his compassion knows such beauty. And how you praise each other. And how you love each other. Is the biggest thing. To love someone is the greatest joy. Without any greed or lust. Free from all this nonsense, you love each other. Not because that you have a group that loves each other. You cannot achieve anything in silence. If you have these tendencies, better leave silence. I didn't say this to anyone so far. They all came and complained and told me that their levels are becoming very different. I was very unhappy. I really wept that they have not understood my compassion, my love. You are my children. Children for divine, who are so special. Here we are to save the world. Now what are we doing? This kind of stupid things. I know the leaders, I know them better. I meet them. Letters they are sent without names. Our leaders are like these, they are doing like these. We had to change him because his health had gone. I think he was fed up with the way people attacked. I hope now you will understand what I mean and what I feel about the leaders. One day it can happen, a letter had come, the negative forces had spread very well. That this leader is very bad and all that, and at least there were 10 signatures. I said, you all leave, sir. I don't mind even if there is one person who is you all leave. I don't want. There's no quality. One leader is sufficient for me. In the case of Marcus, nobody opposed him, nobody told me anything against him. Nobody saw the gain he was making. Gregor is so simple-hearted. He thought that he will do better organization, and he told also. Mother, you didn't like him, but he organized them. He was a crook. And he could organize you. Can't understand. And if there's a simple man who is a son, so he has to be a simple person. And you cannot understand a person who is simple, who is good, his powers, his crookedness of the heart. You do not imbibe from this man, Marcus. We have to change the whole attitude. You have to pay wherever it is necessary. praying, how much you are praying, I don't know. And I know what is to be done. Now we have to buy some land there. Who is going to pay for that? Russians have very little money, but they give their life for anything. I was surprised that once they sold all the antiques they had in their house just to come for one of the pujas. I said, no money should be taken. No. Nothing. There are rare people like these people, very dedicated. Even in India, you have seen Ajanta, built by ordinary people, dedicated their lives for 11 centuries. They had never seen Buddha. They never got realization from Buddha. You see beautiful, your church is being built by ordinary people. With such care, with such art, such difficult task. Just for devotion. Just for devotion. They didn't get realization. They didn't get anything. Just for devotion for Christ, they did it. The space of Christ. What people are doing just out of devotion. While in SahajaYoga, we don't need anything as such. But if you cannot even grow in SahajaYoga, what's the use of becoming Sahaja? You all must meditate, clear out your arguments, and don't listen to anybody who talks against your leader. Don't take any of these groups. If they are talking, just put your hands like this. I don't want to say. And don't join any groups, nothing. If anybody talks of groups, you just say, we are nothing. Understand that negativity has become collective, then what will happen to us? Be alert, be aware. Thank God that everybody notices your centers, and they told me, and I also felt the same. I hope in this visit of mine, all of you should clear out your arguments, absolutely. You should use the mantra of Vichara, of forgiveness. I'm sure it will work. SahajaYoga is not a thought, it's an experience. It's not a thought. In the Nirvichara Samadhi, you can grow, otherwise you cannot grow. It's true that there may be very few who are doing all these kind of tricks, but you should find them out. Okay? And avoid such things. Naturally, they go out of service. I do not want to take names, but you should know I know everyone. I know everyone. So please understand that the whole of this country depends on you. If you want to destroy it, you can destroy it. If you want to raise it, awaken it, and bless them, it is in your hands. If I could do it, I would not have asked your help. I need all of you very much. But not the way you are. It has to be the way as a yogi, a proud servant who is out of himself and is self-sufficient, doesn't require any help from these so-called group leaders. That's one of the reasons so far we have not been able to have a proper Vikas. You all can collect money and can have an ashram of yoga. There are so many. If Swiss could do that, if French could do that, if Spanish could do that, Americans could do that, even Italians have done so much. Why not you? It's a challenge. I'm not saying that you start yourself eating potatoes or anything. So, those who really ardently believe that we have to do something, we must have an ashram of our own. That is how Ganesha will be established. You have to have. I'm not saying Italians didn't have much money, but the way they started their school is very important. Spanish had no money, very few Spanish, but they have two ashrams of their own. In England now, they will have ashram of their own. So instead of wasting time in all these nonsensical things, if you just become humble people and worship your navis, you will get money. You have to be generous, that is the minimum for such Yogis. Look at me. I suffer from my generosity sometimes, but I do it. You started very well, but I don't know what has twisted this, what has gone into your heads, how it has happened that some of you have started forming groups. So now put up your hands who don't want to have groups at all. I would like to see. Put up your hands. No more groups. And anybody who creates groups, you will stand against that person. Thank you. Thank you very much. So I can feel much better now. And such a burden you don't know. It's a pain also, and a terrible burden. Thank God, now I'm also good. And you have relieved that burden. As you are giving your flowers, also give your heart. And I give my heart. I feel really hurt to say things like this. But you have reached such a level that I have to talk. So I hope you forget all this and be what you were before. Let them now give the flowers.
You can just do it for that.
Give it here. Germans also have sent you flowers. Nobody knows. अजून गुलपाळ नाही ना आता एक साईड तुझी आई आली का नाही